issue of the economy. My solution. You see, the economy of any country that is prepared to forge ahead must be private sector driven. Government does not do business. What government does is to set the standards, and they get the standards implemented to the letter, and create an enabling environment for the private sector to do their business. That is what government does. You see? And the private sector can never work when the infrastructure is not there. They can never work. And that is why most businesses are closing shop and are leaving the country. We have plenty of them. Anamco in Enugu has gone. Dunlop has gone. Several of them have left with the result that we don't have anything doing. And for the private sector to work, and even for this economy to start working, Mr. Senate President, we must get back to the energy. Electricity for the businessmen is very, very important. It is condition precedent for this country, for this economy to work. If we speak all the grammar here, without this government thinking how we can make sure that there's constant electricity, 24 hours, 24 hours, 52 weeks, 52 weeks in a year, we are going nowhere. And Mr. President, is very, very important. In fact, this government, I don't want even the federal government here to be telling us they have 1, 2, or 3 or 4 policies. Let this government commit itself to one item agenda. And that one item agenda should be what? Electricity. Power. If we have power here, I will tell you that our economy is going to work. But if we don't have it and we continue saying this and you try to go doing some business, you continue buying gas at the rate we are buying it now, for goodness sake, we will not move away from where we are. So I want us to look into that seriously. The other issue is agriculture. You see, when the 2016 budget came here, I made that point here. That point was that in the previous administrations, 2015, the budget provision for agriculture was in the neighborhood of 52 billion. And when we came back for this 2016, when we want to diversify, we have 37 billion for agriculture. That shows we are not prepared for what we are doing. And even the infrastructure that took so much money. You know, you have roads from one place to the other. I'll give one instance. Lagos State was taking about 50 billion to do it. Just one. And I want to say that all the roads that leads to the farms where the people should be producing agriculture, producing farm produce, there is nothing in the budget for all those areas. I'll give you an instance. I'm from Enugu State and from Uzowani. We have that rice that was established in the 50s. That place is, if you get that place done, if you put it in order, it's going to feed half of this country because of what has been done there. We have an irrigation area, we have a dam there that is moribund, that is not working. What has the Federal Ministry of Water Resources done? We have done we brought this issue over and over in all the budgets. Nothing has worked. So if we really want to work, we must not give lip service to just what we are doing here. The critical infrastructure that should be provided in agriculture should be provided for the economy should be in agriculture, not on just other areas where people do buying and selling without having anything there. And I want to say that also this country must move from being primary producers of agriculture. We do it here and we now send to other economies that we provide send back here. What are we doing? That is capital flight. We must ensure that we have value addition, that we can have industries here in this place here. The only industry which businessmen know and the politicians know is building houses. They are building houses. All they know is just build house, get money, get one plot of land or a hectare, build houses and that. Can houses, a housing structure give us to fuel the economy? The answer is no. know. So we must move away from that. So we must move from primary producers to the people who are going to convert those products into what we need here. We do cocoa here, we move them away. It will come back as computer. You know, we take it. We produce other this is from the farms. We send them abroad. Why can't we do that? Why can't we even ask those companies that are using our products to establish the companies in this place? So it's very, very important that you have to do that, you know, before we get it. If you want to support the agriculture, tractorization is the only answer to subsistence farming. We need to, there's no time now you ask anybody, you graduate to go into farm work, and you expect that the person will go and use the one machete to do it. You will never go to there. Rather, they will be roaming the streets here. They will be roaming the streets looking for non-essential that doesn't pay. So I am of the opinion that we have to do it. And after tractorization, we must have farm settlements. In those farm settlements, we must put, there must be electricity there. There must be hospital there. There must be a realization center for the young men to stay in those places. Make them that place habitable. If you do it, then you ask people to go to farm and they will go. If you don't, nobody will go over there. And the other issue I want to say here is the downstream sector of petroleum industry. It's very important. Is a fact knowledge here that you people know that I'm in that area. I have a very big knowledge in that area. But what are we doing here in the downstream? The PPPRA, Petroleum Product Pricing Regulatory Corporation here. Yeah. Well, the price they fix here for us to get our petroleum products are good. How are we doing it here? Every year, the kind of money we spend trillions of naira in order to import petroleum products. Why should we be developing the economies of other countries? I'm of the opinion here that we have to establish refineries here. I'm happy that Dangote is doing something in that direction. But what we are doing here is that we are creating a monopoly. Dangote is in everywhere. Let other people also get into other areas and do refineries in this place. If we have people get into that, get into refinery, then instead of taking our products and instead of taking our money, scarce resources to go and import refined products, we will do it in this country here. And let us encourage those companies that are coming here to take our goods to establish their refineries in this place so that things can work for our people. If we do that, it's going to help. The other issue I want to say, I want to say is the tax system here. You see, my committee on anti-corruption and financial crime, we visited the office of the FIRS the last time there on oversight. We went there to talk with, discuss with them what they are doing to ensure that they can put a very effective tax system in this place. You see, I believe in the fiscal federalism. If you go to America, every state has their own tax, one way or the other. Here we have only one there that will collect the VAT and then on a monthly basis we'll come back to Abuja here and share it and we'll go back. We don't have an effective tax system in this country, and if we want to do it, we must sit down and get things done and make sure that we put the ideas together to ensure that we collect tax for everybody. Everything you consume in any place you go outside the country, if you take a beer in any country, you pay. If you eat, you pay. You pay for room, you pay. Everything is paid. You pay for. And they'll tell you that this room is $200. Tax is $2. They add it, and you have to pay it because you want their services. We are not doing it in this country here. We must have to make sure that we get our tax things done well. And the other issue I have to say finally, before I start rounding up here, is that I want to tell our people here. You see, we must have round pegs in round holes. You see, you can never give what you do not have. In law, we say no more that will not have it. You see, I am of the opinion here that we must professionalize. If we professionalize, we get things done. You see, when you just want anybody, you give jobs to people as a pay point, not as a service point, you will never get it right. well here. And if we start getting the professionals in their right places, it's going to solve a problem here. Maybe when we are going to do the independence advisory speech, I will say other things I have to say about how to get this way to get people in places. Because if we do not get the right people at the right places, we will never get things done. Because all of us are happy. A son of an Afro-American immigrant is the president of America. But those of us here, before I must contest election, you tell me which local government I come from, which states I come from. What I'm saying in essence, Mr. President, is that we must start looking for people, competent people, wherever they are. The competent people, if we get the competent people in places, all of us will get out of the woods. But if you want your brother to be there when he doesn't have anything to offer, because he's not the same religion with you, he doesn't belong from the same ethnic group with you, he doesn't belong from the same one economic divide with you, this country will continue being in the doldrums and we will never get it right. Thank you for this opportunity.